I was going to go to bed, but there's a certain church service I like to listen to online. And I was looking at the comment section because they were live. And there was just an ungodly amount of people who honestly believe that if you have sinned in such a way, like, let's say, sodomy or in homosexuality altogether, that you are not saved and you can never be saved. Are you kidding me, man? I can honestly say, Christ can forgive the worst of us. As long as we're willing to suffer through the sins to which we have made. Now, we admit those sins, we learn why it's wrong, and then we try to better ourselves as best as we can. Christ will help us and perfect us, because in Him we are perfected. My brothers and sisters in Christ, I'm not saying that you shouldn't condemn people for the evil that they do, for the sins that they have. However, you have to take one thing into consideration. If you truly believe that phrase that, if you're a sodomite, if you're a homosexual, you can't be saved, are you kidding me? You're defeating exactly what Christ wants to do. He wants to save all of us. He didn't just die for us and be like, yeah, but those fags. I'm not saying that He agreed with them and what the things that they did. He wanted them to wake up. He wanted the sodomites to not be sodomites. Someone like myself who sees this thought process in Christianity will shy away from Christ. They will learn to hate Christ because of this attitude. If you honestly believe that there are people out there that just cannot be saved, then they will never see Christ. You're doing a disservice for Christ if you honestly say these things. I mean, look, I get it. You're going to say what you want. We're Americans, so, free speech, free will, everything else. But if you really want to serve Christ, if you want to serve the Lord, you need to understand that all can be saved, and those who cannot, they will show themselves. That we can deal with what we can, and Christ will deal with everything else. Because He deals with it already. He suffered for it already. Anyhow, rant over. That's the main thing I wanted to talk about. If you are homosexual, bisexual, whatever sex to which you think that you are, that is aside from being able to procreate for God, to be fruitful and to multiply, if you honestly think that you are your sexuality and that your sexuality is something aside from getting married to your opposite sex and then having an actual love life with that person, actually loving them, not just having it for sex and reproductive. I mean, you love them and you cherish them. And much like you bind yourself to Christ, you bind yourself to that person. If you think you can't, you need to try. You need to learn and understand that you can't be swayed by your feelings. And to those brothers and sisters out there in Christ already, if you think you can just say these things, then you yourself are lost to pride because you haven't done it, because you were wise enough to not do it. So now you're going to use your pride and wrath to deny Christ to others. How dare you? For the sake of Christ, how dare you? Because guess what? You're going to get it from Him once we get there. And I know I'm going to get what for once I get there. But I fully admit that to myself. When I pray, I fall on my face. I pray to Him like I'm praying at His feet. And I ask Him to smite me down so I could do right in His eyes. I ask Him to teach me all that I can. All that He can, excuse me. But I don't think to myself, oh yeah, well I'm going to get up there and I'm going to do good because I've already done good. No, dumbass. We've all done bad. Wake up and smell it. Figure it out for yourself. We're all sinners seeking to be saved. None of us are perfect. No matter how good your life has been so far, it does not mean that Jesus Christ is not going to smack you upside the head and say exactly what you did wrong. I'm already waiting for it. I'm asking for it. Are you? God bless and good luck to you all.